Workers with a grassroots community organization caught on tape allegedly giving advice on how to run a prostitution ring. The charge is scandalous enough, but it's even more explosive because it involved the controversial group known as ACORN. You may remember conservatives accused the group of voter registration fraud and emphasized its endorsement of President Obama. Let's bring in our CNN Special Investigations Unit correspondent, Abby Boudreau. She's been investigating. Abby, what are you finding out?
Well, this seems to be the video that everyone is talking about. It appears two ACORN workers were caught on tape allegedly offering advice about how to set up a prostitution ring and evade the IRS. The man who secretly recorded the video is an independent filmmaker named James O'Keefe. He's also a conservative activist. Remember, ACORN is a liberal community organizing group. The undercover sting shows the pair approaching two women working at the ACORN office in Baltimore, Maryland. O'Keefe and a colleague posing as a prostitute are heard on the video asking for advice on how to set up a prostitution ring involving more than a dozen underage girls from El Salvador. Girls 14, 15, 16 years old.
What if they're making money because they're performing tricks too?
If they're making money and they're underage, you shouldn't be letting nobody know anyway.
One of the employees told the pair they could declare some of the young girls as dependents to receive child tax credits. There was even a point in the video where a worker suggests that the woman posing as the prostitute refer to herself as a performing artist on tax forms and to stop calling herself a prostitute.
Performance arts, let's see, independent artists. You can be that.
Republican Congressman Steve King of Iowa is calling for a full congressional and Justice Department investigation into the matter.
We've got to audit them completely. Every single affiliated corporation that they have needs to be a Department of Justice complete forensic audit. We need to do congressional investigations, and we need to shut off every dime going to ACORN until such time as they can have a clean bill of health.
ACORN national spokesman Scott Levinson says the portrayal is false and defamatory and an attempt at gotcha journalism. Levinson tells CNN that the filmmakers made similar efforts in Philadelphia. And in that case, ACORN workers actually reported the filmmakers to the police. ACORN provided a copy of the police report. Levinson also said he believes the video was, quote, doctored, and that the group is considering legal action against the filmmakers. ACORN also says one of the workers, quote, denies ever giving tax advice to people identifying themselves as a pimp and a prostitute. Despite that denial, the chairwoman of the Baltimore chapter of ACORN says both workers have been fired.
They did not follow the protocol of this organization. There's specific guidelines of what you can do when you do intake, and that wasn't followed. And so, they were dismissed.
We've reached out to those two workers, and they have not yet called us back. Meanwhile, the filmmakers have posted another video allegedly showing a similar sting taking place at an ACORN office in Washington, D.C. ACORN's president and executive director released a statement this afternoon saying they were angry and appalled at the D.C. incident and that the two workers involved there have been fired as well. Wolf.
Do we know, Abby, if authorities are actually investigating or looking into this?
Of course, that's one of the things that we've been looking into. We did reach out to the Baltimore Police Department, and they tell us at this time there is no investigation. Of course, any of this could change at any given moment, and who knows how many more tapes might just pop up. All
right, Abby, stand by. We're going to see you in a few moments. You're working on another important story for us, Abby Boudreau. Let's bring in our senior political correspondent, Candy Crowley. Candy, it's striking to a lot of folks that this so-called sting operation was conducted by political